Namaste everyone, my name is Sarvagya Bhattarai and I'm a volunteer for M4M and I'm a member of the group Aspirant Mental Health Workers. Today I'll be talking about what stress, anxiety and panic attack are. I'll be talking about how does anxiety, stress and sudden panic attack affect the life of people who suffer from it, and I will also talk about a short correlation between anxiety, stress, panic attack and other mental health disorders. Let's start with what stress is. Stress is a situation in which we feel that things are out of our control. There are a lot of situations in life in which we can say that we are stressed. For example, if a loved one is no longer with us, we can say that we are stressed. If we have a lot of works to complete, but if we have only a little time, we can say that we are stressed. There are a lot of life events that can cause us stress, like marriage, divorce, losing a job, not finding a job, illness, injury, etc. Let's talk about what anxiety is. Anxiety is one of the most frequently occurring mental health disorder in the world. According to the data of 2018, 284 million people suffer from anxiety in the world. Anxiety disorder is that mental health disorder which is characterized by a pattern of continuous and frequent worry and apprehension about a perceived threat in the environment. So, the most important thing is that the threat that is present is very small or is even non-existent, but also the individual, he perceives it as highly threatening. People may or even may not realize that their anxiety is disproportionate, but they will usually have problems and difficulties to manage and control their tension or worry. So, let's talk about what panic attacks are. Panic attacks are a very common feature of some anxiety disorders. I will tell about some signs of panic attack. The first is fear of dying or losing control. Second is feeling lightheaded or dizzy. Third is feeling of choking or shortness of breath. Fourth is nausea. And fifth is increased heart rate. And the sixth one is sweating. Let's talk about how does anxiety, stress and sudden panic attack affect the lives of people who suffer from it. I'll be talking about how does these things, they affect our physical health also. So, high level of anxiety that is experienced by a person can manifest itself in a number of different ways. This may include things like restlessness, muscle tension, feeling nervous and unable to relax because of excessive worry. So, the person may have difficulties to concentrate in their work because they are distracted by their worry. They also may feel irritated and tired. Similarly, the individual may also have problems to fall asleep or to stay asleep. When we're talking about panic attacks, then panic attacks, they can last for a few minutes or even some hours. They can be very frightening experience both for the individual and also the people around them. Not only this, but long-term anxiety and panic attack can cause our brain to release stress hormones on a regular basis. Due to this, there can be increase in the frequency of symptoms such as headache, dizziness, and depression also. It is seen that in many studies, employees who report work stress more often in their working careers, they have an increased risk of suffering from cardiovascular diseases, obesity, and heart diseases. Not only this, but the people who are very conscious of time, they arrange huge number of commitment and they are attempting to complete more than one task at once and express impatience with delays are also more susceptible to stress because of their behavioral traits. And they are also more likely to suffer from CHD, coronary heart diseases. And also the stress which is left unchecked can have contribution to many health problems like high blood pressure, heart diseases, obesity and diabetes. So, what is the correlation between anxiety, stress, panic attack and other mental health disorders? Stress is accompanied by anxiety and panic attacks, as I mentioned earlier, are common features of some anxiety disorders. And people who have anxiety are also more likely to suffer from mental or physical health problems. Thank you everyone. I hope I was able to give you some information.